Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to be giving you a tour of both of my craft rooms. I've been getting this question asked a lot as far as could I show my craft room or how do I organize my craft supplies. So that's what I'm going to show you in today's video. So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. We'll start in my other craft room and then we'll finish up in this craft room here. So let's go ahead and jump right into the vlog. This is the hallway leading up to both of my craft rooms. So one here on the left, one here on the right. And I do like it because it is separate, like on the separate side of the house from everything else, which I really love. But let's start over here. This craft room is more so my storage / my designing room. So as you can see, I do have, like here, I have my heat press, my tumbler press, and then some more storage there. I also have my label printer and then my regular HP printer, things like that right there, kind of like my desk supplies. And then of course, here's my workspace. This is where I do my digitizing, my rhinestone designs, sublimation designs, as well as do my one-on-ones here. So if you do a one-on-one with me, this is going to be your background. But so this is my small little desk. I did get this desk here and the legs from IKEA, and the chair, I believe it came from Home Depot or Walmart. My husband bought it, so I'm not sure. He just put it together and I had a new chair and I was good. I didn't ask any questions, okay? And then here, as you can see, yeah, I was a collector of Starbucks tumblers, but their prices are ridiculous now. So that's a thing of the past, but I just keep them there on that shelf because they've never been used. And then here is where you can see all of my storage. All of these shelves here are from IKEA. So I want to say they were like $25, maybe $30 at the most. And I just bought a bunch of them because I knew I would need them. So up top, I have my Cricut press as well as the tumbler press. My broken silhouette, I dropped it when I was moving it from the other room over here. It may still work. I'm honestly not sure. I know this part is completely broke. As you can see, it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I haven't tried to put it back together or try cutting anything. I might, but I don't really use it, or I can't use it as far as I know. And then this is my Cricut maker that I haven't used in probably like a year or so. And the Cricut Joy, I think I've used that like twice. So in stuff that I really don't use often, I will just put it over here. If I need it, I'll grab it and take it to my other room to use it to work with. And then just some more storage, gloves, tools, miscellaneous stuff. I got a bunch of elastic, things like that. And then up here, just more stuff that I just put up there that I don't use that often. And then a bunch of tumblers, my hog tumblers. I still use those occasionally when I'm making rhinestone tumblers. So I do usually keep a nice little stock of my tumblers just so I have them on hand. And then here is all of my vinyl from Orginaztion. I got the huge rolls, and so these rolls really last. So I have a ton of them, as well as the sheets of the HTV here. So all of my HTV from Orginaztion. And then over here, my toddler mannequins that I mainly use for my tutus or my t-shirts, things like that for kids. I like to put them on there to take my pictures. And then some packing supplies down there. And then a bunch of rhinestones that I do not use. These are mainly resin. Those are resin. All of those are resin. I need to get rid of those. I may just give them away because I don't want to throw them away, but I don't need them. And I need the space because I'm running out. And half of these are glass. So all these are glass stones. Down there behind my thread, those are also resin, but those from that jar on over are all glass stones, which I do use on a regular basis. And then my brother PE 900. I love her, love her, love her. And I just put her over here for storage because when I changed around my other room that we'll go through in just a moment, I didn't have anywhere for her. So I just put her here. And when I need to use her, I'll just take her and put her in the other room on the table. And then these two are my ride or dies. These are my singer stylist and my brother overlock. And I've had this one since about 2012. Works flawlessly. I love this machine right here. She works amazing to this day, as well as my overlock. I want to say I got her in about 2013, 2014 right here, and no issues. I just hate threading her, but a tip, just cut your threads up here, tie the new thread and the old thread in a knot, and then run it through. And usually if you tie your knot tight enough, it will run through and you won't have to worry about going through this whole process of trying to, it's a whole hot mess. So, and then back here, I have my ribbon, my tool, some fabric, and some more fabric down there. And so that is everything in this room here. Oh yeah, and this is kind of like my Tumblr graveyard projects I've started. Well, some of them I finished, but other ones I've started and just haven't finished. And then some other Starbucks cups up there as well. And then I do have my other camera up there also. And so yeah, this is the design / storage room. Moving on to the room that I'm in every day, all day, is my craft room that I just reorganized once again. And one thing about it, I'm showing you this video now, but maybe in like 4 months, 3 months, I might be changing things around again. That's just how I roll. So let's talk about the island because I've gotten a lot of questions about this here island. So this I put together with IKEA tabletops and Target bookshelves. So I want to say these tabletops are like 48 by 24 or something like that. And I have 2 of them. And then I have 4 bookshelves in total. So 2 here. And then there's also 2 over there on the other side. And I just put my most used supplies over on the bookshelf. So my yarn that I use for my embroidery designs, because no, I do not crochet, I do not knit. I only use this yarn for embroidery. And then all of my stabilizers that I use, they're within a good reach from where I hoop everything up. And then I have some foam down there, another roll of yarn, and then some thread down there as well. So I definitely have plenty of embroidery thread. Now over here on this wall, this is my hooping area. So all of my mighty hoops, the hoops that came with my machine, both my Ricoma machine as well as my brother machine is there. And then all of my hooping stations, that is why I have my stabilizers right there. I can just easily grab it, cut it, and then get everything hooped up. And so I do have the standard size adult hooping station, the 5x5 fixture, the adjustable freestyle fixture. I just keep that under there. And then this here is the home edition hooping station. So as you can see, it definitely looks much different from the regular hooping station. This hooping station you cannot use mighty hoops with. You can only use your hoops for the single needle machines, the flatbed machines. So there are different brackets for these depending on your machine type. You would definitely want to look at HoopMaster's website to see if they do have a bracket for your machine. But this is really helpful when you're hooping up for sweater designs, left chest designs, things like that. And so the brackets that I have is for this particular bracket here. So I have a brother PE 900, same brackets for PE 800, but again, they would have the brackets that they have available on HoopMaster's website, so you can definitely check them out. And then I have all of my mighty hoops here That is my growing Mighty Hoops collection. Hat hoops, my hoops for my Ricoma. And then I also have a magnetic hoop for my brother, and then the hoops that came with the machine. And then just some other miscellaneous stuff, my shirt rulers, my lint roller, things like that. And then here I have my Viver hat press. This hat press works really, really good. I've had it for maybe 3-4 months or so, and it works really good. It might even be longer than that since I've had it. And then this is the heat press that I use most often. This is the HTV Ront Auto Heat Press 2, and this heat press works amazing, and I definitely love the slide out tray as well as the auto open and close feature that they have on there, but you can also turn that off. And then down here is another part of my organization. So I have things in these drawers, like I have my jars of rhinestones. I have my rhinestone drawstring in here, some patches and things like that down there, webbing. Over here I have a lot of my packaging supplies, my tagging gun, packaging tape, business cards, instruction cards, labels, all that good stuff. So that's all in this drawer here. And then let's see, I have some stickers as well as for packaging, for patches, and then instructions. And then I also have my bags for my shirts and poly mailers and things like that in those drawers. And then over here, I have my Cameo 4 as well as my Sawgrass sublimation printer. And so I just basically down here, I just have my Teflon sheets and some extra paper for the sublimation printer, as well as some rhinestone transfers. And over there, that is where I keep all of my rhinestone templates that I make and use on a regular basis. And then it is a beautiful day here in Nevada today. So I believe it's supposed to get into like the 70s. So I do have my window open, and this is a jacket that I started working on. And that is the back. But I'm gonna put some more patches on her, so she's not quite done yet. And then turning around here, that is my big boy. That is my Ricoma 20 needle marquee. This machine is amazing. I went from 3 single needle machines to this 20 needle machine. When I got this machine, when I knew the machine was coming, I was excited. When it shipped, I started getting nervous. And then leading up to the training, I was anxious. Once I had the training, I was good. But I love this machine. It has taught me so much about multi-needle machines. And you definitely, I know a lot of people say they're afraid to get a multi-needle. You definitely shouldn't be. You're gonna learn a lot, especially I would say like within that first 6 months. That's going to be your learning curve. That first 3 to 6 months, you're going to have to learn how to maintain the machine. You're going to have to learn how to thread the machine and, tension. There's so much that goes into these machines. But once you get it down, you will definitely be comfortable and confident, and you will be good. So definitely don't be afraid of multi-needle machines. I've been able to really expand and grow because of this machine. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for one, to definitely check out Ricoma and their machines. And then here is my lovely thread wall. As you can see, I have had thread where on my bookshelf, on my island, and then all of the thread here. And so I do really like, as you can see on my machine, I do use candle thread. And then I also have some Richword thread, and I do like Isacord as well. So those are the 3 threads that I really use, but I would say candle thread is my number one. I love candle thread. I love the price point. They have a bunch of colors, so they'll have every color that you absolutely need. Check out candle thread. And I'll have links for all the stuff that I'm talking about in the description box if you're interested in getting more information on Ricoma's embroidery machines or Mighty Hoops or just links to items that I have in here. And then over here, this is just my peg wall of items that I need to grab on a regular basis. So all my different scissors, rotary cutters. I also have some embroidery markers. I bought these from Candle Thread. I never use these, but I just bought them because they were only like $6. And then I do have like some needles and tools over there for my sewing machine and my embroidery machine, my single needle embroidery machine, as well as my key fob hardware. I do make a lot of keychains, and then some clips for when I'm sewing things. And then over here, I do have another drawer, and that's just a bunch of stuff. Miscellaneous stuff are in those drawers. But the main items that I use on a daily basis, of course, my tension gauge, and then this is a very helpful screwdriver that I use for, let me see if I can open this while I'm holding the camera. And so this here will save you a ton of time, especially on your single needle machines. So you don't have to use that Allen key. I keep mine right there, the ones that I normally would use most often. But this makes it so easy. You can just keep twisting the screws on versus having to kind of stop and put your Allen key back in and turn it some more and stop and place it again and turn it some more. This, you can just keep going with it. So I have to do a quick tutorial on that, or a short showing you how to use it. But then I have the thread that I use, the bobbin thread, and then some needles right there so I can grab those and change them out. Tools, my, what do you call this thing? Hold on. I can't think of the name of it for these. Wax melt. That's what it is. Wax melt holder. And so I do like to have that going. I like it to smell good while I'm in here working. And so that's all of that there. Oh, and her, if I say her name, she's going to say something, but her, definitely got to have music on while I'm in here. And this here is just a, what do I want to call it? It's a razor, whatever. But it also, I just use it for correcting any mistakes I may have on embroidery. And so I just use it on the back, on the inside where the stabilizer is, to go ahead and get those threads, those stitches loose, and then take it apart. If I have an error, this comes in handy, and it is nice and compact. So it fits like right in the palm of my hand. And then I do have my USB flash drives for both of my machines. This here is my Juki, and I do have a TL 2010Q. So I have a TL series Juki. Use her mainly for the blankets that I make, as well as the tutus. And so I moved her from the other room over here because I use that machine on a regular basis. I love this machine. It is semi-industrial. So it's not the industrial Juki, but it is semi-industrial, and it stitches out extremely fast. That's one thing that I love about it. And then here is my fabric wall. So this is my most used fabric here. So my minkies, my sequins, then I have some wax fabric here, some African print fabric, and these are the sweatshirts that I use for myself. The rest of the sweatshirts and t-shirts I keep in here. I'm not going to show the whole thing because it's a mess, but I keep everything hung up in there. And then down here I have hats that I use as well, and then that's kind of like scraps, and then some t-shirts, things like that. And then over here on the side, for my bookshelves, I have my rhinestone supplies, my scissors, rotary cutter. I have my irons, steamer, my mini iron, and then just some miscellaneous stuff at the bottom. Then over here I have, trying to focus here, okay, I have
my heat and bond, what I use, my adhesives for my patches, my patch twill, which is somewhere underneath all of this stuff. And down there, so I have my snaps, and then I have some embroidery floss there. And then these little jars here, those are just for my rivet press, which was in the other room. So I have the different dies and snaps and rivets for that. And then down below, I have my glue gun and some webbing, and then the hooks for my peg wall. So that is both of my craft rooms. And then I do have my little board here just with a bunch of information that I just keep there. Just kind of pin some stuff up here. I'm actually going to put some pictures and things up in here. So I'm still getting it together, decorating. I think I have everything where I want it. I just need to get some more decorations in here. And that is a wreath that my daughter's friend's mother made for me. And then I do have a couple hats and tumblers that I made up there. So I'm just starting to slowly add things in here. But I'm out of room, so I really can't add any additional furniture or machines. But as far as decorating, I definitely want to add some pictures and things like up there and over there. So that is the tour of both of my craft rooms. Hopefully this has given you maybe some ways that you could potentially organize your workspace, or, you know, change some things around, or just give you some ideas. And then here's the rivet press that I was saying those pieces in the jars were for. I did get this from Cam Snaps. I want to say it's about $80, but it comes in handy. I absolutely love that. And then I also have a scale down there for when I'm weighing my packages. But that is the tour of my craft rooms. If you do have any questions about anything you see or how I have things organized, just let me know below in the comments and I will definitely respond to you. Otherwise, thank you for coming with me to tour my craft rooms, and I will see you all in the next video.